Top of the morning to you. Just wanted to drop by and give you a little review on these stitch braids I got. Let me know what you think, and here's my honest opinion. Hey y'all, it's Ashley. I'm back. I just wanted to come and talk to y'all about I finally went and got my hair done. I'm tired of being a busted hairstylist. And I just wanted to share my true honest opinion about my hair. So first of all, I'm gonna start with I love my braider. She's been braiding my hair since maybe like 2012. She travels now. She lives in DC. And I don't get my hair braided often because I just can't deal with stuff like, squeezing my head. And I know that probably sound crazy because it's like, how do you braid people's hair, but you don't like your hair braided? I don't like my hair done really at all in general. So that's, a whole nother conversation. But so I will say I have a super low pain tolerance, which is also why I don't have any tattoos or anything like that. So baby, when I tell y'all, I can feel every strand of hair on my head right now. Every strand. And she told me that she was like, I'm going gentle. I'm sorry. And I know like I haven't had cornrows in over a year, but I was like, I gotta have cornrows. And every single time I regret it. It's tight. There's nothing else I can do about it. And I just want to say I'm sorry to all my clients that I've ever braided your hair too tight, because sleeping last night was a fool. So I got 8 stitch braids, and I like everything about it. My only complaint is the product. So most braiders ask you to come clean, product free hair, and I did. But as you can see, like, I'm gonna get close, it's such a freaking buildup with this product. And as a hair care professional, and when I think about how much money I paid for my hair, this is super disappointing because this is day 2. And like, I'm like, what is this joint gonna be looking like for real? Because as you can see, like, it's white. Like, yeah. So that's my only issue, like, for real, because I'm trying to think to myself, like, do I need to take a hot rag and try to wipe that whole top like residue off? But then I'm nervous about that because I don't want my hair to turn to like kunta, and so I gotta figure that out. If you have a suggestion, please let me know. And just from one braider to another, can somebody come up with a product that you could still put some sort of moisturizer on your hair without, or even before I put a moisturizer on it, I sprayed oil trying to get rid of the white. The joint was white anyway, like before I could do anything. Because the nape of my neck is super sensitive, and that's what I always be crying about the most, she put a couple knotless back there, and y'all see that white from that dang on product. But that was so helpful for me. Super helpful, because the back of my head is always usually so tender, and I'm always like miserable. I usually end up having to cut those hairs back there. So she did me a solid by putting 3 small knotless back there. But overall, I like my hair. It's cute. I will usually like my braids more once my hair gets older. But like I said, if I could get rid of this white, it would be cool. So I did get the like bohemian pieces on there, and I'm just gonna be real and tell y'all these probably ain't gonna make it to Thanksgiving, which is the day after tomorrow, just because I'm rough. I usually have to dip my braids over and over again. Even though this is human hair, it's just already like knotty, and I ain't gonna keep that up. So I'm just gonna be real. I know I'm gonna cut that part. But braid tips, so if you are dealing with extremely tight hair, you really have to take a survey. Like, is it worth it? I know I paid my money, but if the pain is excruciating, my number 1 suggestion is always take it out. Number 2, it is going to be tight in general. I know that some people say that it's possible to have braids without them being tight. I personally haven't experienced it. So if you are a parent with kids, like, really take heed to what your kids say, because sometimes braiders be braiding your freaking thoughts and ideas and brain cells, and it's really uncomfortable. Like I said last night, I tried my neck pillow, I tried so many different things, and I still did not get a good night's rest. So for me, I would say, like, if I was a little kid, I know they probably would have had a rough day at school today with the way my head currently feels, a day later. So I did spritz a little bit of water on there, try to get me some relief. And I also used my rosemary spray by Influence. It soothed it some, but just the reality, like, this joint tight, and on top of Most braiders use like edge control and gels and stuff, so they get your hair like super slick, super wet, so they grip your hair tight and then your hair dry. So if you have ever gotten your hair braided wet, you know, when that joint dry or put in a ponytail, it becomes extremely tight after. So that's kind of what I'm experiencing. Then, you know, you put mousse on there to get the little flyaways. So this joint tight. It's cute. I done got mad compliments all day. But I do remember, and I'm going to go back to my phone, because every time, I'm telling y'all, every time I get braids, I'll be complaining. But why do I get them again? I don't know. It's like I get them few far in between, so I forget. So remind me next time you don't like cornrows, because when I tell y'all, I feel like you can see my heart beating. Look, kidding, but this joint tight. So I'm going to do another spin around so you can see. If you got questions, let me know. And they are waist length. I'm 5'2", so you know, she ain't have to go super long, but it's actually more like booty because of my height. But yeah, 8 with 3 knotless, and it's cool. I'm gonna work on this white stuff. And it's also was super hard for her to part because I got one of those movable scalps, so she did a really good job getting my parts neat, because it's hard for me to get a middle part or a side part when I do a ponytail. So she did a great job. But like I said, I love my braider. Shout out to her. If you do need a couple more tips with your hair, like if you have more sensitive scalp, you may want to do a apple cider vinegar rinse on your braiding hair prior to getting it installed. That will help. I usually don't have an issue with my scalp being irritated, like itchy wise from the hair. It's more of an itch from the pull, like, you know, a little irritation that way. But if you have the edge control or the product begin to turn white, I would suggest you get a hot rag, wipe, you know, gently to try to get that little top layer of residue off, and you know, go from there. I'm still trying to figure out what to do, because like I said, this is day 2. I'm hoping to at least have my hair braided for 2 weeks. We'll see how that goes, but I just am not gonna want to fight with the product residue. But yeah, thank y'all for listening. Y'all know I be complaining, but I'm trying to get better. I just don't like my head squeezed. And I think I'm I just don't like my hair done. And I know that's weird because that's what I do for a living, but that's why you normally see me in my 2 strands or my hair just slicked back in a ponytail, because I always feel like so restricted with stuff on my hair. Like I can't think of the last time I wore sew-in. It's also why I don't get my wigs glued down, because I'm like, I can't imagine not being able to snatch that joint off when I get home. It's just, I just don't like a lot of stuff on my head. So, but I'm gonna rock it. I like it. Like I said, it's simple. It was really nice to get up this morning and look like something upon, you know, waking up, and not like, you know, have my little natural knotted up. So that was cool. But you know, it is what it is. I normally get these in the summer because I don't like having to have your braids to get knotty, because they're rubbing against your more winter type clothes or whatever. But you know, it is what it is. Hey y'all, I'm back. Late as hell, but I'm back. So I remember I told y'all 3 weeks ago I got cornrows, remember? And remember I showed y'all I had all that white stuff on there. So I figured it out. I spoke with the braider that did my hair, and she was telling me that she thinks that she put too much product because my hair is kind of like fine or whatever. So she was just trying to saturate. Was taking a really hot rag and literally wiping my hair, like going through and wiping all through here. First video to my braider so she could, you know, see what was going on. She didn't really have any suggestions, so that's what made me go to just the wiping, because I was like, I'm not taking my braids out. I got a little bit of residue, but this is just like from days of a little bit of edge control that I've been putting on there. And let me say this, I'm one of the laziest hairstylists y'all gonna meet. I ain't tied this hair up for like maybe after the first couple days. I've been feeling bad. I have surgery tomorrow, hallelujah, and hoping to feel better. But I legit, this is the one thing I can say, I ain't done a thing. So if you think they look alright, it's by the grace of God. I have slept on a satin pillowcase though, which is a tip I would give anybody, even if you don't want to tie your hair down at night. Please sleep on a satin pillowcase. So my overall review of the cornrows is I rock with them. Super simple hairstyle to maintain. I only put mousse on it twice. And that was, I was about to go somewhere. One thing I would say, and this is just a tip for braiders, is to do more tucking at the end. Because as you can see, I got a little bit of that fuzz right there where my hair started to grow back. Well, not where my hair started to grow back, where the ends of my hair were. So once they became loose from the product, or the product wore off, they just kind of like turned into a little afro at the base right there. So that would be one thing. And I felt like it took 10 years for that back to start hurting. To stop hurting. I don't know what it is about me in the nape of my neck, but I'm just gonna have to leave it untapped, because that was just not a good feeling. And like I said, she specifically left those out so I wouldn't have so much pain and it still hurt. So I just think I should retire from cornrows, even though I like them. I got a lot of compliments on them. Next time, and I feel like if I was feeling better during this time, I would have cut this off. But considering I ain't hardly go nowhere, I ain't hardly go to work, I ain't do nothing, I didn't care. But these things got so knotty and ratty, it got on my nerves a little bit. So I definitely would not recommend getting those little pieces of hair hanging out. And they just stayed knotty the whole time. But yeah, it was really nice being able to just get up and go do my little baby hair. So at night, whenever I wash my face in the shower, I do take my washcloth and, you know, wipe all of this off so that I do have a fresh, clean slate every day. And yeah, that's it. To maintain your braids, I would suggest you use rosemary spray, one of my faves. Rosemary spray by Influence. It is like such a lifesaver. It's nice and cooling and relaxing. I didn't have any itching while I had this hairstyle, and I didn't even apply this every day. So I'm gonna show you how it comes out. Y'all see that? It's very potent, so you don't need a whole lot. Super concentrated. Open your nose up and all of that. I also use this foam. I love their honey almond foam. That's what I use to maintain it whenever I did put something on there. And then I use this black owned brand called Silk Out Systems. They're gloss. Super lightweight. It also comes out easy. And it smells so good. So they've done good for 3 weeks. I got them done November the 21st. Today is December the 15th. And I feel like they've done good considering I have been being so terrible to them. I have not been keeping them up. I haven't been tying them up, as I told you before. And they still look pretty good to me. What y'all think? Yeah. That's pretty much it. If you got any questions, I'm going to let y'all see them again.